when the babies have tablet. I tell you something, I have a 3-year-old. The child cannot read, And I'm not even embarrassed. He's Canadian, so they go to school way later than we do. And I tell you that he has a tablet. And this child finds everything. Oh, mom, can I go on ABCs? And this child is not going anything A, B, nor the C. And he finds everything. Oh, can I get Peppa Pig? Can I get this? Can I get that? And I'm saying, but pal, you cannot read. But it's the age of technology, and so we use it to our advantage. And you notice even those who cannot read well, they're scamming you and I with doctorate and masters and everything. Notice when they call you for scamming, they don't even know the is or the are or the coming or the going, but they're scamming you out of millions. So again today, thank you so very much, Ricardo, and your other partners for doing this for us. And so now we're going to call little Shanique to come and do our welcome. Give her a round of applause as she comes. She have her tablet, me tell you. Here you go, Shanique.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Shanique Stevenson. I am 10 years old and I will be doing the greetings. Distinguished guests, parents and guardians, instructors, volunteers, fellow campers, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Cyberkids Commencement ceremony. It is truly an honor and a privilege to stand before you today as we celebrate the successful completion of another incredible Cyberkids coding camp. Over the past few weeks, we have challenged ourselves to think differently, solve problems, and discover the endless possibilities that technology offers. We came here as curious learners, and today we leave as more confident thinkers, creators, and future innovators. To our parents and guardians, thank you for believing in us, encouraging us, and supporting us every step of the way. To our instructors and the entire Cyberkids team, thank you for investing your time, knowledge, and patience in helping us reach this moment. Your dedication has never made this experience one we will never forget. To our distinguished guests, thank you for taking the time to celebrate with us. Your presence made this occasion even more meaningful, and we are grateful that you have chosen to share in this milestone. As we begin today's ceremony, we invite you to celebrate not only what we have accomplished, but also the bright future that lies ahead for every Cyberkids camper. Once again, welcome to Cyberkids Commencement ceremony. We hope you enjoyed this celebration, and thank you for being part of this special day.
Thank you, Shanique. Of course, we can do better. Thank you, Shanique. Thank you. Thank you so very much. And now we're going to be taking greetings from His Worship the Mayor, Mr. Joel Williams, Mayor of Maypen Clarendon, sir.
Thank you very much, Madam Moderator. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen and distinguished guardians, this afternoon, Mr. Guest Speaker, it is indeed awesome privilege for me to be here this year again, to bring greetings on behalf of the Clarendon Municipal Corporation, for which I lead, and of course my sister Winsome. I could not have disappointed her. Once she called, I have to answer. And it is indeed wonderful to be in Maypen, to be leading the municipality at this point in time where when we have brilliant kids who are leading the way as it relates to technology. It was just this morning, Winnie, I had a courtesy call from the British High Commissioner. We were talking, and I was telling her what it is that Maypen is doing. I know she would have been over the moon this afternoon if she was here with us to see what Foundation Prep has done as it relates to these youngsters. I want to say to the staff, the principal and her team, congratulations. I want to say to the parent who are guiding these little ones, continue to do what you can do for them because they are the future. And I want us to stop using that word, children are the future, loosely. We need to take the seriousness that it deserves. Because at our age, when we were growing up, we had absolutely no knowledge of the knowledge that these youngsters have today. I watched some little, as you said before, Madam Moderator, before, I watched some babies navigating the phone, navigating their tablets, and it is just amazing to see what they have been doing. And if we continue at this rate, believe you me, Jamaica is going to be one of the finest little country on this side of the earth. I want parents, dig deep in your pockets, start to do what is necessary from now, because for them, the sky will be the limit. AI is going some places that it's just challenging to understand. I just was listening to the news yesterday where every country now developing their own AI program. And I understand that, I think it's Israel, no, not Israel, I think it's China, who have broken into the United States program. And United States, you understand where they are, because they are between themselves and China. You're talking about two different philosophy. Huh? And so you can expect what is going to be on now as it relates to AI and cyber knowledge. So I want to say to you, young guardians, this evening, we are proud of you. We are expecting to see you go places. We're expecting that in the not too distant future from now, we're going to hear your names. We're going to see you on our television screen. We're going to be watching you probably in Jamaica or across the world doing some wonderful things. We need more of our young persons to be in our space so that our little part of the rock can be developed, can become a Singapore, can become anywhere else that you can ever think of. In Europe, we have the opportunity. We have the potential. We just have to utilize it, build on it, and give the children the kind of support that they need to make themselves and Jamaica proud. As you go forward, young ones, I pray that God will cover you. I pray that He will give you wisdom. He will give you knowledge and understanding that as you build out, you will do so in a way that Jamaica will be benefited at the end of the day. Thank you very much, and God bless you.
Thank you so much, sir. Sound words of encouragement and advice. Just wanted to underscore that with anything cyber, we really don't even need to migrate physically anymore. We don't need to leave the comfort of our homes to say we're working in Singapore, we're working in Finland, we're working anywhere else. As a matter of fact, we can lie down in our bed and we can be working, and that's where the world is going, and that's why I feel so honored to be here among you today. So my son graduated last month, I believe, and his dad was not able to make the graduation because he had some other important business to look about and was not in Canada physically. But I tell you, the moment we uploaded the pictures, I saw another one flip and I was like, eh? So he was standing right beside me and my son in the picture with the same graduation background, and I'm like, hey, what am I seeing here? Is something wrong with me? Was he there? Those were the questions that I asked. That's the power of AI. So what we're doing today is more than significant. This is where the world is, not where we're going. This is where the world is. I'll give you one quick one. I had a grade 12 student last semester. And I want to be very diplomatic and careful in what I as an educator. She's one of our special needs students who I work with one-on-one. And her reading level was not where we would have wanted it as a grade 12 student. And there's no shame in the game because we all learn differently, And so I gave her a task one day and she brought back a lovely PhD-like paper. And I sat there and I was like, what is going on here? Because I know that having read the question, she's not able to respond to the question by herself. And I sat there and I'm like, oh my goodness. So I called her and I asked her, just to talk to me about what is there on the paper. And she was not able to. So the story is not to embarrass, but it's to encourage to say how powerful AI is. And if we can use and navigate AI in the right way, there is so much to gain from it that we could all become millionaires and billionaires, and the next probably Jeff Bezos, I believe. Those are the families that we'll probably be raising if we invest and invest the right way. Let me quickly call on our principal at this time. Can we make our principal, Ms. Latoya Bennett, welcome, please, and thank you. And Miss, please take my son over here, please.
That's not a problem. Good afternoon. With all protocols observed, I'm hoping you are enjoying the evening. I must say, people often have this type of conversation when we talk about cyber, how intriguing we feel the effects, how fast things become and how efficient, how we ought to depend on the cyber activities around. We were having a conversation last Friday with a teacher, myself, and another student. But the bottom line of the conversation was, by the time you guys have a microwave, the food will now appear inside. You get the point? Yes. So I am immensely proud, despite the number of graduates we have this afternoon. It still means that there is a seed that is being planted. And even if we have one person to tell the story, it means one will go out. And this afternoon, we want to give the honor and glory to the Almighty. Because our motto, which says, education is a solid foundation, not necessarily means the brick and mortar experience, but what is outside the classroom experience, chalk and talk. 6 of you are presented here this afternoon, and it means you're making a bold step because you were 100% grossly involved in coding, designing, thinking critically, and producing the effect of what this knowledge you can do even 10 years down the line. For me, 46 plus, I could be younger too, or getting there. We are so fearful of the fact that we have to sometimes tap into this hemisphere. It means, therefore, that we now have to be dependent on you, and there's no shame in the game. And so I am more than happy and elated, and I'm sure your parents are too. And the emotion that Mr. Mayor also shared, I share the same sentiments. Our future is bright. And we are depending on you now to pass on the baton. But most importantly, although we are hosting this experience at Foundation Prep, Ricardo, I am more than happy for what you have started. Mommy and Daddy, and the support that you have gotten throughout. It also therefore means that you will now have to educate the older ones or somebody else to carry on this baton in the future. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is an honor to stand here, to know that Ricardo is a past student of this noble institution. And he has decided to plant the seed. I am praying that with God's help and the Holy Spirit that you will continue and he will lead you into all truth. Thank you, Ricardo. Thank you, parents. And for those listening online, if their medium exists, feel free to come on board next year and to send the baton a little further. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon.
Thank you so very much, Lady Bennett. Now, behind every initiative, behind every invention, stands someone who would have had many sleepless nights, someone who is disciplined, because nothing is achieved without discipline. And from my perspective, someone who acknowledges God and places God at the helm. And that person this afternoon will be giving us his report, a director's report. A teen, still a teen, right? Still a teenager, a Jamaican, black teenager. And we welcome you. It's not a small thing. It's a big deal. And we celebrate you this afternoon, understanding where the world is. I celebrate you as a president and a director. Ricardo, please come.
Wow. His Worship the Mayor, Councillor Joel Williams. President of the Clarendon Parish Youth Council, Mr. Tamario Daniels. I got it right this time, right? Cool. Principal of Foundation Preparatory School, Miss Latoya Bennett. Parents, guardians, special guests. And last but by no means least, our proud cyber graduates. Good afternoon. It is both a joy and an honor to stand before you today as we mark the close of another extraordinary 3 weeks at the Cyberkids Coding Camp. As is customary, the director of the camp, yours truly, is tasked with presenting an account of the program and reflecting on the journey we have shared together during our annual commencement exercises. So let us begin. 1 year ago, we stood here celebrating the conclusion of our inaugural camp. And to me, that feels like just yesterday. We are back here again. Different backdrop, but same idea. A moment of gratitude, a moment that reminded us that something special had begun. But when the excitement had settled, the team found themselves asking a question: what is the future of Cyberkids? And that's the question everybody asks when they start something new. What's the future? What's the end game? The truth is, programs like these are not built on passion alone. And while passion is great, they are built on sacrifice. They are built on faith. They're built on long nights and countless hours few people will ever see. And I'll admit, there were moments this past year where I genuinely thought, or I wasn't sure rather, that we will be back. Yet, here we are. Not because the journey was easy, but because the vision was worth pursuing. And for that, I give God the glory. This year, we welcomed 6 remarkable young people. To some, 6 may seem like a small number, but history has never been changed by numbers alone. Sometimes the greatest transformation happens in the smallest classrooms. What we lacked in numbers, we gained more in impact. Our young cyberkids once again tackled concepts many students don't encounter until high school or university, and believe me, as a Well, as selecting my courses in university and looking at the course syllabus, yes, Cyberkids, you guys are learning stuff that I'm gonna have to learn again. So, good for me. I'm now a bit versed. But they did not retreat. They did not shy away. They rose. They were introduced to Python programming, explored the principles of computer studies, and deeply engaged with both computer ethics and Christian ethics, learning not only to think critically, but how to think ethically, which is a big value or a big factor in this new world, this new AI-powered world that we're in. And with every lesson, they learned something even more valuable than programming. They discovered confidence, because a child can become an engineer before they can become a software engineer. Before they become an inventor, rather, they must believe that they can. You have to believe that you can. We are living in one of the most extraordinary periods in human history. Artificial intelligence is reshaping industries. Automation is transforming the workplace. The question before us is no longer whether technology will shape the future, it already has. The question is whether our children will help build that future. At Cyberkids, we believe that brilliance should not only be confined to the corporate area, not just the Kingston, St. Andrew, some parts of Portmore, Montego Bay, none of that. We believe that a child growing up in Clarendon deserves the same opportunity to succeed in technology as a child growing up anywhere else in the world. And I didn't just say corporate area, in the world. We exist not simply to teach Python, because again, many courses do that. We exist to equip a generation with the confidence and the competence to thrive in a digital world. Because the future will not belong to those who merely consume technology. It will belong to those who create it. And here in Clarendon, we have made a decision. We will not wait for the future to arrive. No, we will help build it. Earlier this week, our campers sat their final examination in programming and computer studies. And for those alumni who are here, it was structured a bit differently. Some may say it's even harder. Wow. Excellence is never achieved by lowering the standard. So maybe it might have been a bit harder. It is achieved by rising to meet it. And rise they certainly did. I am delighted to report that every single camper passed this course. Every single one of them. I believe this is the first cohort we've had 100 passes. That is good, I love that. And one student, a very brave student, achieved an outstanding 99% on the final exam, matching the highest score attained during last year's camp. I'm sorry, guys. I don't think anyone will get 100. I'm sorry. The true measure of Cyberkids is not simply what our students accomplished during the 3 weeks in July, but what they continue to do or accomplish in the months and years that follow. We are especially proud of Abriel Barrett and Harry and Samuels, who are currently preparing to represent Foundation Prep in the TVJ's Junior School Challenge Quiz Competition. And I believe they have a quiz rally tomorrow. So for those who can, well, I don't know if you can make it out, but please do show them your support. We need to win this one, guys. I'm an alumni of the team, so forgive me. We need to win. We are equally proud of Janelle Kennedy, Jordan Hewitt, and Justin Hewitt, alumni from last year's camp, whose outstanding performances in this year's primary exit profile examinations have earned them placement at the Glenmuir High School. Wow, no claps for that? Where are the flagrants? Their achievements remind us that success is never an accident. It is the product of discipline, of hard work, of supportive parents, and of dedicated teachers. To all of our Cyberkids alumni, this program does not end when you receive a certificate. You will always be a part of the Cyberkids family, and I sincerely hope that one day many of you will return, not simply as former campers, but as mentors, developers, and leaders who will inspire the next generation. Because that is how lasting change happens. One generation reaches back to lift another. One opportunity creates another. And we are proud to see that legacy continue even at this year's edition, as Zari Edwards, an alumni from Camp 2025, joined the 2026 team as a teaching assistant. Keeping the Cyberkids legacy in the family. She returned not only as a camper, but as a leader helping to shape the next generation. For Zari, thank you. We are deeply grateful to every person and organization that has made this vision possible. To Serenity Resource Connector, our advisor and resource connector, thank you for your continued support and for helping link Cyberkids with the resources and guidance that allows this vision to grow. To our host Foundation Preparatory School, thank you for once again opening your campus to us and embracing this program as your own. I guess it is your own, it's an alumni. Anyways, to our parents and guardians, thank you for believing in this vision and for entrusting us with your greatest treasures, your kids. For every early morning, every sacrifice made to ensure your children could be here, this achievement belongs to you as much as it belongs to them. And to every sponsor, partner, and volunteer who has invested in Cyberkids, thank you for helping us move one step closer to bridging Jamaica's digital divide. Before we close, I want to recognize the true heartbeat of this camp, our Cyberkids. Man, I am going to miss you all. To each camper, you arrived with curiosity. You asked questions. You embraced challenges. You persevered when the answers did not come easily. A lot of times, especially in the later stage. But that's programming for you. You've learned that failure is never the opposite of success. It is often a pathway to it. Your greatest limitation, therefore, is never your ability. You'll be able to do it, but it's your willingness to keep trying. Fail 99 times. Try 100th time. That time you will win-win. To our cyber graduates, you have accomplished something remarkable. Continue learning, continue building, continue asking questions, continue using your gifts to serve others. And never allow anyone to convince you that your dreams are too ambitious simply because of where you come from. Elon Musk is from South Africa, and he's now the richest man in the world. A trillionaire. Man, I need that money. Remember this. Every expert was once a beginner. Every inventor was once a curious child. Every great programmer once wrote their first line of code. And every great journey begins with the courage to take the first step. And take that first step you guys did. You are not just Cyberkids. You are pioneers. You are problem solvers. You are builders of the future. And together, one line of code at a time, you're helping to build a Jamaica we all dream of. A Jamaica where opportunity is not determined by geography, and where every child has the chance to discover what they are capable of becoming. So to everyone here in attendance, and for those who are joining us online, thank you. May God continue to bless each and every one of you. And may God continue to bless Cyberkids. And may God continue to bless Jamaica. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And if I thought prior that I was wrong in addressing him as Mr. President, then I'm sure now that I made no mistake. So Mr. President and our Cyberkids, I'm gonna be leaving with you my resume just in case things don't work out on the greener side and have a job somewhere. At this time, we're gonna be calling one of our students who will perform for us an item, Keena Dawkins. Give her a round of applause. Encourage her as she comes. Here you go, Keena.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Keena Dawkins. I'm 9 years old, and I will be performing Opportunity by Annie. But one thing I know, it's all part luck and soul. I'm putting on my best show.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so very much. Give her another round of applause, guys. Thank you so much. And we have another Cyberkids camper who will be giving the introduction of the speaker. Jude Forbes, please come for me, Jude. Give a round of applause for Jude.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Jude Forbes. I am 10 years old, and I will be introducing the guest speaker. It is my distinct pleasure to introduce our guest speaker for this afternoon. Our guest speaker is an educator, youth advocate, mental health champion, and passionate community leader whose impact continues to inspire lives both here in Jamaica and internationally. He currently serves as an educational practitioner and has dedicated himself to empowering young people through mentorship, leadership development, and advocacy for mental health and personal growth. His outstanding service has earned him numerous recognitions, including the Clarendon Parish Honor for Youth Development, selection as a United Nations Youth Advisor for Jamaica, and appointed as a Governor's General's I Believe Initiative Ambassador for Clarendon. He has also been recognized as one of the 30 under 30 Caribbean change makers, reflecting his commitment to creating positive change far beyond our shores. Beyond his professional achievements, he is a devoted family man whose faith, humility, and passion for service shines through everything he does. Whether in the classroom, on the platform, or within the community, he consistently reminds others that purpose, resilience, and compassion can transform lives. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm welcome to Mr. Termerio Daniels.
Good afternoon, everyone. After that directorate report, I don't know how I can continue. All right. But to the leadership of Foundation Preparatory School, the Cyberkids team, instructors, parents, guardians, specially invited guests, and most importantly, our brilliant young innovators. Good afternoon. It's an honor to celebrate with you today. Last year, I was invited as a stakeholder of the parish, and now I am charged to give you the keynote speech for today. Now, before I begin, I want to test the energy in the room. While we may be few in numbers, I do believe that we can, celebrate this momentous occasion. So when I say code, you should be saying my future. So code. My future. Code. My future. Excellent. Now, before I leave here today, I want you to remember one key message. You're not only here to utilize technology, you have the ability to create it. You can move from playing games and designing them, and from visiting websites to building them, and from watching the future happen to help shaping it. To help build that future, you must learn to code your future. Right? So I have an acronym that I really want to leave with you guys today. And the C, as was mentioned in the welcome, stands for curiosity. Sometimes every invention happens with a simple question. How does this work? Why does this problem exist? How could I make it better? Curiosity just simply means that we have the ability to learn and to ask questions. Never be ashamed because if you don't know something, right? But rather be welcoming to the experience of learning it. The best programmers do not always have the best answer automatically. They're willing to keep going and keep searching. Perhaps you may be in an environment where somebody may be struggling to remember math, right? You could help build an app to achieve that goal. You could design a game because maybe all games that are existent now may not be the best quality. You have the ability to be curious, ask questions, and try and see how best you can contribute to the betterment of your environment. Every solution begins with someone who was curious enough to notice a problem. Originality, which stands for O. Now, originality just means having the courage to think differently. The world do not need to know that you can be a copy of someone else. It needs ideas, imagination, and perspective that only you can bring. My own journey has taught me that sometimes it's okay to stand out, right? I am somebody who has a speech deficiency. I do have a lisp. And growing up, I grew up thinking that one day I should have a voice of someone else. And it only took me being intensively cyberbullied on the internet for me to realize that I could do something with it. So I created my very own podcast entitled The Boy with the Lisp. And on that podcast, it's my baby. I talk so much about mental health awareness and personal development. And I'm proud to announce that today we're streamed in over 50 countries worldwide without a team. Not only that, I've been able to represent Jamaica at the US Capitol Hill with that resource, as well as been nominated for the highest youth honor in the country, the Prime Minister's National Youth Award of Excellence. Sometimes the thing that makes you different becomes the very thing that makes your contribution so special. And so while you all are independent and diverse learners, you have the ability to create your own story. And you also have the ability to make a worthwhile connection to the world. Some of Jamaica's greatest future inventors may not come from another country. It comes from right here. It could be the very next programmer, the next creator of ChatGPT or OpenAI. So I charge you today to think differently and to create boldly. D stands for determination. How many of you guys have written a code and it did not work the very first time? That's for the campus. Okay, all right. That error did not happen because you weren't bright enough or you weren't smart enough. It simply happened because it's something that you had to examine, correct, and try again. As our director said, you may fail 99 times, but who's to say that one extra 100th time you won't be successful? The little boy who struggled to speak eventually became a teacher, youth advocate, podcaster, speaker, community activist, and none of my path was easy. It happened because I was open to learn. Not only just to learn, but to develop and to show up no matter what, even when everybody else told me I shouldn't. There are moments where I felt afraid, like when I was writing the speech at 4:30 this morning. And there are moments where I doubted myself. There are moments where I had to begin and try again. It was never easy starting an old brand by myself. I remember when I started to ask persons to help me create my own podcast brand, and I got no support, literally no support. And I had to dig deep, and I had to say, you know what? Let me do it on my own. Let me learn on my own. Never podcast a day in my life. Don't know the softwares. Don't know how to record. Don't know how to edit. Don't know how to market anything. I'm just a simple little maths teacher trying to make life work. But eventually, by working and just by trusting and having faith in the Lord, that He provided me a space where now I can say I own the #1 nonprofit podcast in Jamaica. So I'm saying that you don't need to be perfect to make progress. When something becomes difficult, do not say, I cannot do this today. Say it, I cannot do it yet. That yet gives you so much hope and so much power. And there's a whole world out there that's big and bright. And you have the ability to go out there and challenge it. And let's not forget E, empathy. The world needs people who care. Empathy means thinking about the needs, feelings, and experiences of other people. Technology is powerful, but the power must be used with responsibility. The greatest innovators do not need to ask, what can I create, but who I can help. I struggle with panic disorder without agoraphobia. I have panic attacks regularly. And I knew that in Jamaica we did not have enough mental health resources. And I said, you know what? Let's create something that every single person, whether it be that you're young or old, can benefit from, right? Not for myself, but for the betterment of the people who I have around me. And that paid off. And so I'll say to you here, when you create your programs, your apps, do it with people in mind. Do it to help another brother, another sister, a niece, an uncle, or a nephew. You may never know what that path will create for you. That is why intelligence must be also joined with character. You can be the brightest person in the world, but if you don't have integrity, if you do not have compassion or care, you're twice defeated in the race of life. So, your code challenge for today. At the end of this ceremony, this is not the end of your journey. It is the beginning of what you can do and everything that you have learned. Every expert was once a beginner. Every program once started with one line. Every great achievement began with one simple decision. So remain curious, be original, stay determined, and create with empathy. As I close, C stands for which word again? Good. O stands for? Good. D stands for? And E stands for? I stand before you as proof that your beginning does not have to determine your ending. I read this part of my speech and I realized that I didn't speak until I was 4 years old. And today I stand here as a keynote speaker today. And that's the testament of the Lord. Your challenges may be different from mine, but your future is still filled with possibilities. Do not simply consume the future that other people create. Help design it. Help program it. Help to improve it. Congratulations to every camper that's here. Stay curious, think differently, keep trying, and help others. Thank you.
Thank you so very much, Mr. Daniels. And I'm going to be deliberate. Wonderful charge. Thank you so much. I'm going to be deliberate and I'm going to call you up again. And I'm going to ask Little Zari to come and make a presentation to you.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you, Mr. Daniels, for taking the time out of your busy schedule to be here today.
It's fine.
I know everyone learned something from you, especially when you taught us how to change our own lives, tell our own stories, and to and to keep trying if something doesn't seem right. This is a small token of how much we appreciate you, and I hope you come back in the next Cyberkids 2027 Summer Coding Camp.
Thank you to our wonderful cyber girl, Zari. And now we're going to have the student address by Harrion Samuels. Give her a round of applause.
Good afternoon to our Mayor, Mr. Joel Williams, our guest speaker, Madam Principal, other honored guests, ladies and gentlemen, parents and guardians, and our 2026 Cyber Kids Coding Camp graduates. Welcome to our 2026 Cyber Kids Coding Camp graduation. My name is Harrian Samuels, and I have the privilege of sharing our experience throughout our 2026 Cyber Kids Coding Camp. This year's Cyber Camp started on July 6, 2026. 4 weeks ago, if you had told me that I would have been the candidate selected to share the experience of a coding camp group, I would have laughed. But now, we can proudly say that we know how to write more than just a basic Python code. You might be wondering, what is Python? Well, because we have learned, I can now tell you what a Python code is. Python is one of the most popular and beginner-friendly programming languages in the world. Python was created by Guido van Rossum and was first released in the year 1991. A Python code looks almost like plain English and is easy to read and write. We can make a code for a whole register in one program. We didn't just learn how to code, we learned a whole new way to see things. All of this would not have been possible if it were not for our knowledgeable instructor, Mr. Ricardo Edwards, and his capable assistant, Zari Edwards. Although it was computer coding, which was entirely new to us, Mr. Edwards and his assistant Zari made it so simple and easy to understand that we also had fun while learning to code. As we conclude Cyberkids Camp, we the campers would like to extend our sincere gratitude to each and everyone that made this possible. The knowledge and values we gain throughout this camp will help us to make use of every opportunity we get to make a positive impact in our homes, schools, and communities. Special thanks to our parents, guardians, teachers, Mr. Ricardo Edwards, Zari Edwards, and all the partners to Cyberkids Coding Camp 2026. Do enjoy the rest of your afternoon, and thank you.
Thank you so very much, Harrion Samuels. Can I ask you a quick question? How old are you?
I'm 10 years old.
You are 10. Okay. Thank you for schooling me on what a Python code is. Initially, I was just wondering if it was just one of those regular snakes. But thank you so very much. I know you guys have learned a lot. Now, at this time, we're gonna be having the presentation of the certificates, which is our most exciting part. And we are gonna call those persons who are tasked with that responsibility.
Thank you very much. All right. Who is going to get excited with me? All right. As we continue to cheer our campers on. So we will now proceed to the awarding of certificates. Because as Madam Harrian, let me make sure I get the name correctly. Harrian said They've been here for over what, 3 weeks? All right, 3 exciting weeks, correct? All right. So for the past 3 weeks, our comprehensive, let me get this right. Let me some lighting up here. Our campers have completed a comprehensive and demanding course encompassing Python programming, computer studies, and Christian ethics, well-rounded. So this thoughtfully designed curriculum aimed to build a strong introductory foundation in coding while promoting critical thinking, critical reasoning, and effective problem-solving skills. And Mayor will tell you that we need a lot more of that, especially in the development space. Throughout this program, campers were challenged not only to master technical concepts, but also to collaborate with each other and apply their knowledge to practical, real-world situations. Their unwavering dedication, resilience, and enthusiasm have been truly commendable and exemplify the spirit of Cyberkids. It is with great pride that we now recognize their hard work and accomplishments by presenting them with their well-earned certificates. I now invite Mr. Tamario Daniels, President of the Clarendon Parish Youth Council, at this time to make these presentations, as our able assistants are getting the certificates ready to keep it flowing. And our first recipient, thank you, Keena Dawkins. Next we have Jude Forbes. Right, Jude makes way for Harriet Samuels. I love that we have princes and princesses. Next prince, Giovanni Gordon. And Giovanni makes way for Shanique Stevenson. And then Christoph McLaughlin. Awesome. Thank you, Mr. Daniels. All right. We will now move to the presentation of the Cyberkids Coding Awards. Throughout the Cyberkids Summer Coding Camp, our campers were introduced to the exciting world of computer programming through Python, as we mentioned earlier. Along the way, they learned to think logically, solve problems creatively, and apply computational thinking to a wide range of real-world challenges. The Cyberkids Coding Awards recognize those campers who have not only demonstrated exceptional achievement in programming through outstanding performance in practical coding exercises, but who have also exemplified the Cyberkids' call to continually strive for the greater through excellence, service, exemplary conduct, and good citizenship. This afternoon, we are proud to honor outstanding young programmers whose passion for coding has set them apart and whose achievements embody the spirit of innovation, excellence, and lifelong learning that Cyberkids seeks to inspire in every camper. So let's start with the presentation of the Digital Trailblazer Award. This award recognizes the camper who consistently demonstrated a willingness to assist others with kindness, patience, and a cheerful spirit. Whether supporting a fellow camper during lessons, encouraging a friend, or offering assistance whenever it was needed, this camper exemplified the true spirit of service and teamwork. These campers embraced the values of Cyberkids both inside and outside the classroom, serving as positive examples of how technology should be used to create, collaborate, and contribute responsibly. At this time, let me re-invite Mr. Tamara Daniels to present the Digital Trailblazer Awards. And in this category, we have a prince and a princess. And our princess, Cyberkids Digital Trailblazer Princess for this afternoon is no other than Keena Dawkins. You can do better than that. Awesome. All right, Keena makes way for our prince, Digital Trailblazer, Giovanni Gordon. Hold on. We had other people blazing trails. It's not just one of each, but two from each. So we also have Harry and Samuels. Right. And rounding out this category, Christoph McLaughlin. Thank you, Mr. Daniels. So there are two students who have been truly outstanding. Oh, one moment. Not yet. Truly outstanding throughout the Cyberkids Summer Coding Camp through their exemplary character, leadership, integrity, and commitment to excellence. They have distinguished themselves as role models among their peers. The True Gentleman Award and the Exceptional Lady Award recognize a young man and a young lady who have consistently exemplified the values of Cyberkids. They have demonstrated respect, courtesy, kindness, humility, and a genuine willingness to encourage and uplift others, while maintaining exemplary conduct both inside and outside the classroom. Their positive influence, unwavering dedication, and outstanding character have earned them the admiration of their fellow campers and instructors alike. These awards celebrate not only their achievements during the camp, but also the exceptional example they have set for others to follow. Exceptional Lady. The recipient of the 2026 Exceptional Lady Award goes to Shanique Stevenson. All right. The recipient of the 2026 True Gentleman Award is Jude Forbes. Look at that smile. Love it. All right. Thank you so much, Sir Daniels. Oh, this is amazing. We will now move on to the Top Programmer Award. Throughout this program, all of our campers have demonstrated remarkable growth, mastering programming concepts that many students do not encounter until the upper secondary level, or even in introductory university computer science courses. The late Steve Jobs, co-founder of Apple and a pioneer of the personal computing revolution, proposed the idea that the people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do. The Top Programmer Award recognizes campers who have demonstrated exceptional mastery of programming concepts, outstanding problem-solving ability, and consistently excellent academic performance throughout the camp. So, perhaps it is safe to say that these are the crazy young programmers who dared to take on the challenge of learning to code, believing that they could create, innovate, and make a difference through technology. It should also be noted that this year's recipient of the Top Programmer Award are also the top 3 overall performers of the 2026 Cyberkids Summer Coding Camp, having attained the highest overall academic averages across the program. It is now my pleasure to invite Ricardo Edwards, our camp director, to the stage to present the Top Programmer Awards and also the award for the top 3 performers. The following 3 students have done exceptionally well and have been identified as the top 3 students in the Cyberkids cohort. Let us welcome Jude Forbes for obtaining the 3rd highest average. And Shanique Stevenson for obtaining the 2nd highest average. Come along, Shanique. Shanique, let's go. Fantastic job. Our overall top performer for the cohort is also the recipient of another top award and will be honored later in the program. Thank you, Mr. Edwards. We now move to the presentation of the Ada Lovelace Award, and at this time I would like to invite our top performer for 2025, recipient of this award, Abriel Barrett, to the stage to assist with this presentation. We are creating history here in Clarendon, and we are so happy for that. This award is named in honor of Ada Lovelace, whose visionary work on Charles Babbage's analytical engine established her as the world's first computer programmer and a pioneer of modern computing. And how awesome it is that a female received that award last year. Let's see what happens this year. The Ada Lovelace Award is presented to the outstanding female camper who has demonstrated exceptional achievement in programming, innovation, leadership, and academic excellence throughout the program. Cyberkids Coding proudly recognizes this outstanding quality by naming Harrian Samuels the 2026 recipient of the Ada Lovelace Award, another brilliant female. Congratulations, Harrian. Yes, it's yours. Thank you so much, Avril. We have an Okay, we move on to the next category. We will now present the Alan Turing Award. Let me get it right. And at this time, let me invite Jordan Hewitt, the 2025 recipient of this award, to the stage to assist with this presentation. Welcome back, Jordan. It's good to see you again. But this award is named after Sir Alan Turing, whose groundbreaking contributions to computer science and artificial intelligence transformed the modern world. This award recognizes excellence in computational thinking, innovation, and problem solving. The Alan Turing Award is presented to the outstanding male camper who has demonstrated exceptional achievement in programming, leadership, and academic excellence throughout the program. Cyberkids Coding proudly presents and recognizes this outstanding quality by naming Jude Forbes the 2026 recipient of the Alan Turing Award. And let me let you in on a little secret. What I just learned is that the Ada Lovelace Award could not have been presented to anyone other than female. You see, it's good to learn while you're sharing, right? All right. We now move to our top award, and at this time I invite His Worship, the Mayor, Councillor Joel Williams, Mayor of Maypen, to join us on stage to assist with this presentation. And I'm sorry, but you are too young to be mayor. All right. All right, let's try that again in a few decades. All right, thank you, parents. We are, just to remind you that we're streaming live. The Director's Award is presented to the camper who has distinguished themselves through exceptional academic achievement, outstanding character, unwavering commitment, and consistent excellence throughout the program. It recognizes not only technical ability, but also discipline, perseverance, and a genuine passion for learning. This year's recipient is a remarkable young lady who has consistently impressed both instructors and her peers. She approaches every lesson with enthusiasm, actively participates in class discussions, and completes every assignment with excellence and attention to detail. Beyond the Cyberkids classroom, she is an accomplished student who recently represented her school in the School Challenge Quiz competition, where she excelled in social studies and mathematics, an outstanding accomplishment that reflects her dedication and competitive spirit. Academically, she has achieved an exceptional 98% overall average across all assessments, the second highest overall in Cyberkids history, a truly remarkable feat, especially when you consider our director's famously rigorous marking standards, and he did say it earlier. She is a proud student of Foundation Preparatory School, proud principal around, and today we celebrate her outstanding achievements and the bright future that lies ahead. Please join me in congratulating the 2026 recipient of the Director's Award, Harrian Samuel. Proud mommy and daddy, and you should be. Well done, Harrian. That's right, Mr. Director. All right, you can stand straight, Leo, so we can get a good shot. Fantastic. Thank you so much, Mayor. Is what kind of finky clap those? I don't understand. Clap them again and clap the parents too. All right, so let me go back to the script. At this time, I invite everyone to join me in putting our hands and hearts together to congratulate all of our awardees. I know that it's close to dinner time, but let's do that a little better. Yes. Well done to each and every one of you. We encourage you to continue striving for excellence in all areas of your academic journey, and not just your academic journey, but we want you to be well-rounded individuals for every area of your life, right? And to carry forward the lessons and experiences you have learned here. All right, someone is getting ready to this. So enjoy the rest of your summer. You have more than a month to go, and may your future endeavors be just as successful and rewarding as you have demonstrated throughout your journey here at Cyberkids Coding Camp. Have yourselves a fantastic rest of the journey as I hand back over to our moderator for today.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And that was, of course, an exciting part of our program where our coders, they were given their certificates. Now, Harian, I just want to know if you need an extra aunt. I'm available, all right? I like what I see. I like what I want to be in the family, all right? So if you need an extra aunt, call me up. So at this time, we are going to invite two coders, Giovanni Gordon and Christoph McLaughlin. Give them a round of applause, please. Thank you so much.
Good afternoon, everyone. As we conclude this wonderful experience, I would like to extend our sincere thanks to our guest speaker for inspiring words and encouragement today.
A special thank you to our principal, Miss Latoya Bennett, and the Foundation Preparatory School family for graciously allowing us to use your campus for over the past 3 weeks. We truly appreciate your generosity and support.
To Zari Edwards and Ricardo Edwards, thank you for your guidance, kindness, and dedication throughout this journey. Your support made these past 3 weeks a memorable and rewarding experience.
On behalf of everyone here, thank you all for making this opportunity possible. Thank you and have a wonderful day.
Thank you to my lovely coders. And at this time, I want to give recognition to Serenity Resource Connector. You want to be connected, please get connected with them. And thank you guys so much for your support in every single area of this school, of this program itself. Jamaica needs more persons who are invested in education and development. And so we thank you so very much. And we want to extend hearty congratulations, big up to our Mr. Director, Mr. President, who will be heading off to university, not here, you know, but abroad. And I want to commend him for all that he's done. We are really proud of you and every single thing that you stand for everything that you've invested here and at your other institutions. We are proud of you. And I'm going to call Mr. President again at this time to come with his final remark for the evening. What a wonderful evening it really has been. Coders, love what you're doing. Big up yourself.
Thank you so much, Madam Moderator. Now, not going to keep you any longer than this. Just some final instructions. After the processional, campers and parents and well-wishers, you are invited to come right here so that we can take our annual cohort photo. So this is the picture that we post on Instagram. This is the picture that we have as a keepsake for years and years and years. So when your kids do, when you're looking through, well, I guess looking through the internet, I'd say album, but I'm not even that old, wow. When you're looking throughout the times and you see your group picture, you remember, yes, this is Cyberkids. Maybe I will, come back and invest in it. Anyways, personally on behalf of myself and the team, we do want to thank you all for coming out. Our two campers have already given their vote of thanks. I personally want to use this opportunity to thank my parents who've come out all this way and given their support throughout Cyberkids. Believe me, this camp is events that, yes guys, keep on clapping. As I said during my speech, programs like this are intensive and you need a good support system, you need a good team. So parents, when your Cyberkids reach my age or even older or younger, I'm not gonna even age restrict it, do encourage them, support them in their endeavors. Coding is a journey. And as I've said at the orientation, and I'll say it here again, these campers may never code again. Unfortunate situation when you think of ChatGPT being able to build the entire website for you. But the whole aim of this camp is really to give them the experience and the problem-solving skills to go forward in their life. So as this will be my last time ever seeing these campers, for now, I'll be back. They'll be back. Hopefully to join us as teaching assistants. Don't worry, you don't have to come back next year. We'll give you some time to go and say fourth form, fifth form, maybe a passion project is to come back. But with that being said, do have yourself a wonderful evening, and I'll now hand back over to our moderator.
Good evening, everyone. I want to use this occasion to really thank our moderator. We met some years ago, maybe about 10 or 11 years ago. She was my client, and she walked in, and the minute she walked in, we click, you know, the thing that we click on. I wouldn't want this opportunity to pass because she's there in Canada and has a strong support system for us in terms of everything, and a strong prayer warrior in our family as well. I know I'm a part of her family, and you've done an amazing job. I remember last year when we started, we had about 25 children, and this year I said to Ricardo, we not do it. And I cuss him every day. I'm gonna be honest as a parent, like, this will not happen. Who going buy gas, send it to me pen? Who going to this? Who going to that? And the focus for me was on that. And I said, please, I'm asking you, don't go over 10 students, it's you alone. And for me to see him really step out, she was my support. Let him do it, and resource connector, let him do it. It doesn't matter if it's 2 students, go ahead and support him, and you have to support. And so this afternoon, I know the parents will already thank you for lending us your children, and I hope to God that they've really learned and will be able to impart the knowledge on to others. But I really take this moment to big up my friend and sister, Nakisha. Last year she showed up at the camp, and I'm like, girl, is that Jamaica? And this year, I remember the night before, she asked me, is the same place? I had no clue. I never think about it. And I saw her, and I was like, God, it's really good to have a support system with your children. We've experienced it firsthand, where we've seen it work in our children. And so I thank you, Madam. You've done an amazing job, even though me just tell you today, almost today, last night, that you will be doing this. You've done an amazing job, and it's indeed a privilege and a pleasure to have you here and to have you in our lives. Parents, thank you. Mayor, everyone, guest speaker, awesome. I call it testimony, I'm sorry. And so thank you, parents, for really being here, and hopefully we will see each other again. Thank you. Have a blessed evening. Do we end with prayer? Oh, them all do them things. All right, cool. Processional march. Ready? When I realized I really graduation. When I read the script, I say, Ricardo, you need something. No, standard. So, processional march. Congrats, graduate. Oh, no, then graduate. No, graduates. And well done. Let me tell you. Yeah.